Well, Saturday Night Live aired a 3-month-old rerun of its Christmas special over the weekend. Normally just a blip on the network TV programming radar, except the president was watching and he was not pleased. Here to talk about the intriguing tweets that followed, criminal defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh. Great to have you with us, Mark.
Thanks, Shannon.
Okay, so let me walk people through this. The president had a couple of tweets there. He says this: "It's truly incredible that shows like Saturday Night Live, not funny / no talent, can spend all of their time knocking the same person, me, over and over without so much of a mention of, quote, the other side, like an advertisement without consequences. Same with late night shows. Should Federal Election Commission and or FCC look into this? There must be collusion with the Democrats and, of course, Russia. Such one-sided media coverage, most of it fake news, hard to believe I won and am winning. Approval rating 52%, 93% with Republicans. Sorry, all caps, MAGA." Mark, is there anything the government could do to investigate Saturday Night Live?
Shannon, this is so bizarre that I refuse to believe that the leader of this free world actually believes that there should be a federal investigation of SNL. I refuse to believe that. Even Donald Trump knows that the First Amendment gives wide latitude to SNL, to him, to all of us, to criticize our world leaders, including the president.
Well, and I mean, he seems to be having a little bit of fun with it. In that second tweet, they're talking about there has to be collusion with the Democrats, and he throws in Russia and everything else. I mean, do you think he's doing this to just stir up the conversation? And because last week he was responding to comments by former late night host Jay Leno, who said, they're all kind of doing the same joke and it's the same thing over and over again. It's maybe a little bit more fun and interesting to go after both sides. The president jumped on that last week. Do you think this is just more of that same conversation?
Well, here's the problem. I don't know what he's thinking. I really don't. And the fact that he put out there that there's a chance that he's serious about a federal investigation into clearly constitutionally protected speech creates this kind of bullying intimidation to any others who may choose to lampoon the president. That is a bad precedent to send. SNL has been doing it since 1976, starting with Gerald Ford, and every president can take a joke.
Okay, I want to play something by former SNL cast member Joe Piscopo. He was on our own Neil Cavuto's show to talk about this controversy.
The president is not wrong when he says the late night shows are skewed. Comedy is comedy, man. You don't cut funny, and Saturday Night Live is funny, whether you like it or not.
I think some people would debate that. I mean, regardless of where your politics are, some people think there have been better casts in better years. But that aside, I mean, do they have any obligation under the equal time doctrine if they're making fun of one side or one politician to go after the other? Or is that just a complete pipe dream?
They have absolutely no legal obligation at all to be fair and balanced, period. That ensures that they have full freedoms, and then we have full freedom to be completely unfair and unbalanced whenever we want to give speech. So you can't have it both ways. Be careful what you wish for, Mr. President, if you're being serious. We'll come after your rights.
I mean, the funny thing is that he actually hosted the show a couple of years ago, and then there were other Republican candidates who were still in the primary with him then who said, hey, what about us? And there had to be a deal worked out with some other, ability to air some of those candidates and what they had to say, that kind of thing. So if anything, the president has had his bite at this apple. Maybe they should invite him back now to host again. I think he knows, and they know that would get a whole lot of eyeballs. In the meantime, I won't hold my breath on that FCC investigation, Mark. Thank you for joining us.
Not happening. Good to see you, Shannon. Have a great night.
You too.